Look
Are
around.
these violet barnacles or just
They are
barnacles?
not. These are literal barnacles, like from the sea. You ask that question, and 3 Naga appear on the outside. And you assume they set
Are
some
they
kind
in
of trap.
cahoots with the barnacles?
You assume they set some kind of trap. So you're in like a minefield of barnacles with 3 Naga on the outside of it. And you guys walked right into the middle of it before you noticed it.
God, we're idiots.
So,
Andy, why didn't you tell us we were going in the wrong direction? What the hell are you
that's
good
not
for,
my
child?
job!
I
What
do.
is your
What are
job?
you waiting for?
Collect
Child.
cubes.
Of course they're gonna blame the child. It's the easiest scapegoat.
I do. What are you waiting for?
So you taunt the Naga, okay? Go ahead and make a roll, which I think is that 110. So they directly concentrate on you. You guys have entered a dangerous situation, so let's ask your questions.
All right.
Can't we
Questions
just
are
get-
about to be asked. Hold on. Am I acting to protect another in the service of a higher ordeal?
Or in the
At this
service.
point, or in the service of a higher ordeal, your code of honor does apply. And
any-
anybody's code applies?
Does anybody's code
Yeah.
apply to the situation? What's your code?
Isn't
That's my code of honor, right?
Code of ethics.
To
the
avoid
honor.
using unfairness, meanness, and deceit, and to obey those placed in authority.
to refrain from giving
We're still on a journey. It still requires us
What's
to
yours, Tim?
obey our superiors.
giving offense and gold. Mine don't ever matter in
not
fucking
in
battle.
These situations. Okay, so
Cool. Mine is to protect the weak and defenseless. I'm protecting Andy, who apparently is both weak and defenseless because he's stupid.
he's not stupid. He's a 7-year-old.
Oh, plus when you level up, you take another one.
What was the thing that that Mike
You do
got?
take another code when you level up.
Oh,
You get to
well,
pick
what is
one.
the thing that Mike got? The skull thing?
The alluring skull.
Oh, okay.
So, are you acting? Are you odds greatly against you? No, there's only 3 of them. Are you acting without expectation of reward? Yes. So you guys get 2 valor.
Yes. Dos valor. 2 valor.
Wait, but what's my code get me?
Your code gets
You
you.
pick another
gets you a
code.
yes. Mike doesn't pick one because he's
Yeah,
not
what
leveled up
you-
yet.
Oh, Tim, pick one though.
It's something else
Oh.
you must follow, along with it gives you a chance for your valor questions to add to it for different situations.
Okay, so
Always remain loyal to your companions. These companions, because these people are likable. I'd like to stab the nearest Naga in the face.
That's fascinating. Since on the outside of the barnacle field, and they have spears.
Well, I've
Well,
taunted
they're
them,
about to
so-
not be.
And I'd like
across
to
there.
also roll defend when I get the chance.
So as you taunt them, they turn their attention to you, and you just watch as they pull a spear off their back and chuck it in your direction, Fergus.
Oh no!
what is act upon the authority of your god?
You don't have a god, so technically that won't.
God has told me to do this.
All right,
That's
fine.
right.
I'll take show mercy to those who ask.
Okay.
All right, I would like no good deed to come off.
I would like to know what Fergus is doing first, as these 3 spears are chucked towards him, and he's in a barnacle field. You're in a minefield. What do you do?
I'm rolling defend.
Okay. You're going to. Well, here's the problem. You're defending as spears are being chucked towards you.
Well, yeah, he has a
Okay,
shield.
so I'm taking defense as
You could
stuff's
do-
being thrown at me, so I'm going into like a turtle pose. Yeah, that
They're
makes
go-
sense.
Okay, they're gonna hit you then. If you can do a con roll.
In a
with
turtle pose, they're gonna hit me.
Defend doesn't.
Defendant, it's
doesn't
not the
prevent
same
you-
as 5e.
It
Yeah,
does-
it's not the
it
same as
doesn't
5e or
prevent you
3.5 where
from-
you
All right,
increase
then I'm gonna
the
take
armor.
full cover behind my shield.
Okay, go ahead.
So
and
you're
make
making a defy
con
danger.
roll. Yes.
Con?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Is there any positives to armor
You're
for taking
enduring.
full cover?
Armor would just give you its damage.
I don't think
mitigation.
cover ever made a difference in this game.
No. I mean,
No, there is cover. There's partial and full, I think, isn't there?
not in Dungeon World. No,
You
but
take
it,
a
would,
5
it counts as a Constitution defy danger. You're going to use your shield to block the spears.
Yeah.
During the attacks.
Sure.
7. All right. So you're able to block 2 of them.
2 and
As
3.
the other one steps and hits right by your feet, and you kind of like start to step backwards, where you don't get hit by them, but your foot steps onto another barnacle.
Oh no! Can I use
This time there is no roll. I'll give you a roll the first time because it was the initial part of it. You
What do you
take
mean a roll?
the first time I gave you a wisdom roll to avoid the poison. This time you are not.
better
You
get?
take the wisdom ability this time.
You can
Now
make
he's
me as retarded
confused.
as you want, but I'm already retarded. I don't even understand.
You're now confused as you step as the poison seeps through you.
Is he -2 on wisdom now?
Maybe.
No, just one. I had a -2 on intelligence.
So,
So now,
you can,
Hey,
now you can
guys.
defend. If you want to roll your defend, you can roll it now.
my defend? Oh, now I'm able to defend.
Now you can roll your defend, and then we'll see what the
What?
other
How do you roll defend?
con
How the hell did we get across the field?
11. So
I get 3 defend?
you're on the road right now, is what you're on.
Wait.
You get
Fact.
3, yes. As Wayland, you need to tell me what you do before you roll.
I was about to say that I was throwing a
Right.
spear because I didn't have a
You
way
should
to
say
get...
it before you roll, because
I was going to, but
affects
you
the
were all
outcome.
talking,
Well,
and
then
so I
just-
didn't want to interrupt.
Just
Then
wait.
So I'm
Wait.
saying, like, you're able to, if it's a success, you can be like, I just struck him. Or if it's a fail, you're like, I was just going to look for this
Guess
instead.
what? I wasn't just going to
Fine.
look for this because I don't cheat the
Okay,
system.
okay. There's no
Throwing
reason to be.
You throw your spear, it just way over through it. At that same time, you stepped forward to get that throw, right as you step onto a barnacle, and you take the int ability.
God damn it.
Ay caramba!
Seoras. During this all this
I'm not
situation with...
stepping anywhere.
Okay, so Seoras
I'm going to use no good deed. Then have somebody come to my aid in a plausibly deniable fashion.
Don't you have to do something for no good deed
I
act?
did.
He put signs and stuff like that. Also, when you guys were walking out, by the way, Theodore, you realized the sign that person put by the field of flowers. You couldn't really understand it. It wasn't very legible, just so you know. You don't know how educated the person was that took the coins. So, you're standing there, you're going for no good deed, and you actually watch as the same man who was doing the signs
Sign?
for you, he decided to do another one, but to do it farther up the road. And he sees you, and he goes, "Oh shit!" And the Naga all turn and start to slither away towards him as he starts to run back towards them.
Wow, your taunt roll only lasted 1 turn, dude. Even though it was...
My taunt roll didn't do jack shit. It just made me the first thing attacked.
Yep.
They were not taunted at all.
They were. I mean, unless you guys don't want the no good deed, it's a no good deed, so it's a plausible, deniable fashion. So they turn and they start chasing after him.
Are they
I
going
go,
through the
I go
field?
charging after to help.
I'm gonna need you to give me
Uh,
dexterity, defy danger rolls. I'm gonna need 3 successes to get out of the
I'm just
field.
doing con.
You can't. You're trying to. You're gonna wait. You're gonna.
I'm already
endure all
stepped
the
in a
poison.
barnacle. I have a barnacle-ridden two
You're going
claws.
to.
Do I
you're
not?
going to endure all the poison. Go for it. Let's see
He's
how-
he's literally going to be
I already
poisoned.
have a barnacle in my left foot. I have a barnacle in my right foot.
You only have one barnacle. You ripped the other one out. Go ahead. Go for it.
He's gonna just walk with barnacles on his feet at this point.
All right. So you start to run it, and you're kicking up dust as you're running because you're hauling ass. And you just saw you guys all watch as barnacles start flying into the air from this. As you see, I need both of you to give me a dexterity saving roll to dodge.
Why do I need it?
Because they're flying up
Because we're-
backwards towards you guys.
He's killing us.
Mike, you take the int ability
Oh
now
my
also.
God.
As you
Hold
then
on.
get
There we
out
go.
of...
Let me find the
Give into
thing,
wisdom.
because I have to go to our other roll 20 to find out what
Damn it.
defend rolls can do.
She's taking your keys and your
Be
money.
right back, guys.
She's gonna learn how to park this time.
Oh,
Last time I saw her park, she parked like 2 feet away from the curb.
how do I get out of this roll 20 and into the other one?
Just open up a new tab and just reopen roll 20, and then just open up the new game. I think we should all band together while he's not here and figure out a way how we're going to get out of this. I say
We're
we all
surrounded
run
by
away.
barnacles with distanced.
No.
throwing
You're
things.
surrounded by barnacles. I'm on the road. As is Wayland.
He says
As
that
soon
you're
as
right
you
with
get
me.
out- No.
What can Valor do?
I asked him. He says, what can you do with Valor? You can ignore damage. You can add damage. You can ignore any penalties you would take on a single action. Get a flash of divine insight. Make an obvious.
gonna do that.
intimidating display.
When he gets back,
Gain a
I'm gonna
flash
do
of divine insight. How
Yeah,
do we solve this
how to-
problem?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be like, all right, flash of divine insight. How to deal with getting through this field and the urchins, other than just rolling decks and shit.
Half
You
the
always gonna
attacks
say,
affect
wear
or damage.
better shoes. You could.
Yeah, you could have done the defend roll, and if
What's the half the attacks effect?
having an attack would take 10 damage
So if it
on
does
5.
10
Having
damage,
an
yeah.
effect, Amell would probably say instead of being -1 to int, it's probably -1 to int for a turn. Like when you use a defend and you half the effect.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna make it permanent, regardless.
No, because it says half the effect. We've done it
Okay.
before.
We'll see what
Are
happens.
you guys asking about what? No, because it's going.
So-
He gets out of the barnacle field.
If
but
I
he gets
am I able to use one of my defend points to half the effect of the
Also,
int ability?
I don't think you can defend if you're moving.
No, you can't. You can't.
I am
have the effect.
defending in the area, and that guy is.
No,
about
you
to
can
be
defend
attacked.
other people. You can't defend yourself.
You can defend
Also,
yourself.
say
can we
my-
get some background ambience noise
Yeah,
or
let's get
something?
some. Let's get some. Oh shit! I don't have any.
That
of this
actual
stuff,
ability
so-
is for yourself. There's no other way to have
We never said that you couldn't use the defend for yourself, right? I don't think that's ever been a whatchamacall. If you're defending an area, you can always use the defend.
Sorry, guys.
When you or the thing you defend is attacked, you may
Yeah.
spend hold.
See? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Sure, why not? We'll use this. I also have this on the wrong thing, so give me a second here. I'll fix that on this. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go with a no because that doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay.
Getting an ability is permanent. There's no way you can half a permanent ability unless you use a healing potion or...
But you can only get the ability once, right?
Right, you can't get it again.
And now I have both of them.
Correct.
All right, excellent.
I feel like if he wanted to do that, you should have at least given him. It's
No,
in
no,
your
no,
system.
no.
It's-
We already knew this, Tim.
Whatever.
It
There
makes,
was a really easy way to do it, but Amell didn't
it
want to.
makes absolutely no sense for... in the rules, in the ruling, it makes no sense for a permanent thing to be able to be half by something.
No, I
that
was
there's
no.
half.
I wasn't gonna say half. I was just gonna say it takes a turn before its effects kick in. But
Nah, it's all right. So, yeah, just let me know, because I want to try and get to this guy to protect him, because now he's about to be under attack.
So you plow through this barnacle field, sending them flying upwards. As Firgus, or Seoras, you are completely able to just dodge them out of the way without really moving, so you don't step on any other ones.
I kind of just
Waylon,
turn slightly, and it goes.
one strikes you in the shoulders. As you pull it out, the poison just seeps through your body. Which ability would you like?
oh, is that what I get it on 9? I get to choose.
Well, you don't get it in both.
Oh, charisma.
Unless you let it sit there.
No, it's either wisdom or int.
Fucking, you said which one?
Well, sorry,
And
bet
I
for the
already
two.
have int, so there is no choice.
All right, wisdom it is for you. As you
For
Good
the,
guy.
that literally did nothing.
goes dun 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 dun. As you're making a run for it, so you start hauling, dude. What do the two of you do? Do you guys start to follow him, or are you just staying there? What are you two doing? Before I get to what?
I use one hold. Flash of divine insight. How do I get through these urchins without fucking stepping on all of them or getting hit by them because of my teammates?
Your god at this point kind of I guess you get
Shrugs.
you get a path to where you can step through. But for you, it really doesn't matter since you already have both abilities. You could just walk through it at this point.
Thanks. That's fine.
But you have a nice clear path you could use to help Seoras.
I run through the path that hopefully Seoras is watching because I have to be quick.
I'm on the road, technically. That's why I asked her
Everybody's
you
on the
were-
road, but you guys are running like along the road to get towards Fergus.
All of a sudden, you see Waylon stop and then start going still on the road, but in a weird way, and you see that I'm avoiding like all the urchins. So
I follow him in whatever path that seems safest.
Okay, so you follow him, and you're with no problem able to get through it. As we get to Fergus, you're running, chasing after these three Naga that are chasing after this man, just either hissing. They're in delight. As he's running, he's got the sign in his hand. He's still just running with it. He's like swinging it backwards as he's going, trying to get them away. Even though they're still like 20 feet away from him. You're catching up, but I need you to give me a dex roll for me.
A dexterity roll?
Yes, this technically doesn't pertain to you. It pertains to something else that could happen. Okay, so you're running. As you catch up to the Naga, almost there, the guy makes a quick right into the field of violets.
No,
the
he
Naga
should know better.
follow in with him. What do you do?
I go shit, and I
Don't eat 'em.
I try and follow.
Don't eat them.
I try and run up to where they went in, and does it look like they just brushed up against them, or
There's groupings of violets, pretty much where they're
because
running
a human
through.
just ran in, and then the Naga ran in? Did the human look like he ran in a special way?
Now,
It does
I
not.
have a question.
Mhm.
Do Naga actually run or do they slither?
They slither.
So they're
Okay,
slithering all
slither.
over this shit?
Yeah. So you're watching as you see like slither tracks. You do see footprints in the violets also, like from humans.
So I guess what I will do is I will taunt them again.
Okay, give me
What
one.
are you waiting?
What
Wait,
do
what
you-
is that?
What do you
If
say to
it-
taunt them?
Let's see. Come back, you tadpole scum!
So one of them stops and turns around and just takes. You can tell he takes a massive insult to this. 'cause
You know
he's
he
a
didn't make the roll yet, right?
I thought that 7 was. Oh, that's his dex. Never mind. You're right. Make the
No,
combo.
no. Con.
You always do that.
All right. So same
Hey,
thing.
it's
Same
an
story.
anyway.
So that same one like turns. It's the smallest one of the 3, and it turns around and starts just like slithering back towards you. You do notice as he's slithering back towards you, there is a trail of blood under him as he comes towards you. So it takes a second. Fergus, Waylon, you're almost arriving as this Naga gets close to you. It's not even going range at this point. It's coming
Wait.
at you due to this.
You
insult.
mean Fergus and
Sorry,
Waylon are
Seoras
arriving?
and Waylon, sorry. You both
It's
are
in
arriving.
range.
You guys are arriving as this
I just-
one reaches Fergus.
I want to hack and slash it.
Well, it's...
I also would like to hack and slash it.
Let me go first, though, because I have setup strike.
Okay, go for it.
If I miss, I have +1, I believe. Or is it a +2? It's +2. Strong.
8.
All right. I'll spend. Wait, what are the options, or does he just make an action against me for a hack and slash?
A hack and slash just makes an action against you.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And then so,
So you go to hack and slash. As you do that, you pierce into the Naga. Not doing a whole lot of damage, but doing some to him. As it kind of like hisses in pain, and then turns and just backhands you, and you go spinning. Give me a dex roll to see if you land in the vines or the violets, or if you land on the road.
I would
On
like
your
to
feet.
instead direct the attack to me.
Okay, so it hits, sends you off, Fergus. I need you to make me the dex roll then instead.
All right.
6. So,
Into the field of violence.
Fergus, you
Sorry,
get hit.
Fergus.
You like lose balance. You're like kind of moving back towards the road, and then you fall. Like you try to recompose, and you fall forward. Boom, into the violets. That's all that you know that happens. You just know you like fell into them, and you start maybe.
Is there any way to, with Valor, to avoid that? Or the...
You could
You can negate the any effect for
effect, you
one
can-
turn.
for one turn, but does that mean that I still get knocked back? That's the only thing.
There's nothing.
You can take
with-
no damage
Mm,
if he does
he
damage
doesn't
to
do
him.
damage to him. He's just knocking him into the field.
Yeah, he's just knocking me back, so... What
no.
about using one of my my second defend roll to half the effect?
I'll let you do another.
I'm trying
dex-
to figure.
I'll let you
I'm
do
trying
another
to
dex-
figure out how to half an effect, because
You can't
An
half
effect
an
would be
effect.
like half.
But that's
poison
what it
damage,
says. You know what I mean?
or-
Defend.
it's
Like
not saying half the damage. Half the
attack
damage is its own
effect or
thing.
damage.
So I would go with. I'll let you spend a defend hold, and I'll give you another dexterity roll.
Sure, I'll do that. One.
So you try to like
Perfect.
you hit the ground with your palm, like an open part of the grass, and try to push yourself up as a Naga then just like slams its like arms onto your back, and you collapse poof, right into a group of violets,
And you eat one.
and one touches your lips.
Oh, it got my mouth.
Kissed by a rose. Is there a grave that I'm on?
You do see a bone or two laying around because they don't eat the bones. So,
They suck the marrow out, though. Can I do an action
Seoras
now?
makes a swing.
what do you do? And you get set up strikes. So
Or
you
a-
get a plus
or a
1d4
stab.
damage.
I'm going to skewer this.
Okay. As it's
Going-
about-
Oh, nice. Watch it.
I am going
Watch him.
to. I'm going to put.
Don't
my,
waste valor, you piece of shit. I tell him, I look at him and say, don't waste valor. I say
He
it
doesn't
out
know
loud.
what valor is.
Yes, he
I know
does.
what
Fine,
valor is. We all know what valor is. We all
We
use
do,
it.
we do, but we don't speak of
As
it.
you
Nobody's supposed
slowly
to know.
as you slowly get distracted, the Naga starts to turn towards you. But go ahead and make your attack.
Don't waste valor. It's a tiny Naga that's been bleeding.
Suck it.
11 damage. So, as you stab into it, as it's like turning towards you, you stab it right through its side, piercing through the other side as you rip it out. As the Naga cries out and lands on top of Mike.
On top of Mike?
Top of Mike.
All right,
Oh,
move
Mike's
it out
back
of the
up.
way. I've come to the aid of the common man.
Right.
Right.
So Mike now starts heading towards the place where the Naga and the man.
Okay, well, you're
Oh,
still on
when-
the ground, but you're looking
Okay.
at, as you like get up, like you roll it off of him, you get up, and then
What damage or debility do I have?
you have none.
Okay.
So
How do you feel,
you get up,
Fergus?
and you guys
The
turn and
same.
look, and you see the man and the two Naga now wrapped up in vines and like tethered almost to the ground, screaming in pain as you just see like a pool of blood start to form around them. That slowly,
I s-
quickly absorbs into the ground.
I start
I
cutting away the violets and heading towards the man.
Is
So-
there? Quick question: is it realistic that we would know if there's a chance to get to him before they all die?
Give me. You could use a valor for your divine insight, or you could give me an
Using a
intellect.
valor for divine insight.
Okay, so you're using a valor. So I was waiting for a roll for some reason still. So you are not. You know for a fact that your god pretty much tells you just stay away from them. That they are done. There's no way to save them. Even if you got them out, they would still die.
There's nothing we can do for these lads.
As you like put
And
your armor on.
Tadpole
to stop them.
things, Naga. That's all right.
I say it doesn't matter. We should still try and help.
It's
but putting
not worth
yourself
it.
in danger. You
I
could
start
help
cutting
others
away
that
at the
need help.
violets and trying to make way towards the man at the very
So
least.
you watch him start moving forward, both of you.
Gerges, you've
And
got
he's-
so much to do. You have a small child that needs your attention.
Who's crying in the
Don't
background
turn
right
your back on him.
He's crying for no reason.
now? At the gruesome sight of
I
watching three people be
need-
absorbed by plants.
Fergus, they are gone. There's nothing we can do to help them.
How far off are they?
They're pretty far out there. They're a good 50 to 100 feet out. Not
Quarter
entirely
mile.
sure.
50 to 100 feet out.
Yeah, you're not gonna hack and slash. I feel Gerges, just let it be.
Fergus, I do need you to give me another
Hit check. And or
Give
listen to the
me
song
a-
and post Skype.
con roll. Apparently the music stopped too.
Con roll. 5.
5. Okay.
As you pass out.
No, as he's swinging through, because he was swinging still when you guys were trying to stop him. As you watch as pieces of the vines like hit you as you fall, or as they like fly in the air. So
Does he pass out?
he does not pass out. All right. So what do you guys do now? You guys going to continue on your journey now at this point? You don't
Just
notice
keep
any-
going.
right now, Fergus. You notice nothing different out of the ordinary. Everything seems fine.
Let's see.
Alright. I propose to
I'm gonna
Waylon that we
use the
keep
last
moving.
valor before it ends to gain a flash of divine insight.
You're wasting your time. That's your divine insight.
No, I'm using it on the stuff that I've fallen on and such.
So you do this flash of divine insight, and as you do, you have this almost a premonition of the future for you. It's a couple nights in the future when you're sleeping, And during your sleep, what you see and what no one else sees because everybody else is asleep is we watch as from like your lip, from your arms where these vines hit you, you start to watch as these vines within your skin start to grow and spread within you.
Best be chugging potions, boy. Hopefully
Yeah.
fix that.
Does a potion fix it?
You know what? Sure. I'm okay with that. It gets rid of debilities. I'm okay with it, like trying to cure through some kind of thing within your body.
How many does he need to get? How many abilities do you have, Mike?
He has a lot.
Me? For
He
the
has-
barnacles, I have 2, and then for this one, it's the 3rd one, but that's the one that I'd probably use the potion on.
I
So
also
I'd
have
probably-
two.
Oh yeah, you do get to pick which one it fixes.
He does.
Yeah. I mean, I could even say that I pour some of the potion on each wound that hit for the vines or whatever. But
Well,
yeah,
The thing you notice is there's no wounds on your body. Like they literally like it's like like something got on.
I
you.
could reopen the thing and pour them in.
No, you don't even.
All right, whatever.
You do not see any cuts or anything on your body.
It's-
minus
it hasn't
maybe-
you
happened
said
yet.
you don't even see any scratches from the flowers. You see nothing.
All right, I just chug the potion. For...
Glug glug.
Okay, so you guys are going to travel for roughly another week or so, almost to the crossroads, where you're at right now. And
How long would it take for me to get rid of all my debilities? Because I'm still with the -1 for the
It
whatchamacallit.
takes you guys have to be like staying in place for a week per one.
Ah, shit.
Oh, did I ever fix my weak ability from that entire trip last session?
I don't think so.
I still have a ability then.
Okay, so you're getting close to the crossroads. You see a couple little trees here and there and some hills. Violets have spread off farther in the distance you could ever see to your west. There are still some to your east and north, but there's a huge wide open field all the way to the mountains that you can see that way. I don't like this song. This is weird.
Ominous music.
So let's see here. We'll use... I mean, it's all going to be ominous. Let's use Dust to Dust. Let's see what this one does. Okay. I wanted to, like, play it. There we go. Alright. So, it is now night. I need someone. We're going to do make camp. Go ahead and give me a, watch order.
Are we in town?
You are not in town. You guys are going back to town?
No, we're like
You guys
10
continue
days
to
out,
travel
aren't
on.
we?
You're still about 4 days out. 4 to
We don't
6
report
days.
that man is dead.
we're gonna go 10 days back to report that the man is dead. Also, someone's drawing a dick on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, there's no way we're going back to report that that guy's
That's
dead.
it,
We're
like,
10 days
drawing
out.
penises. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Fuck that. Can we move our party icon?
I'd like to make camp.
Well, we are making
Set
camp.
up.
I need a watch order.
No, I'm saying I'd like to make camp. I'd like to be the one to roll. I want to set up the firewood and yada yada
You
yada.
guys okay with that?
What firewood? We have firewood? Are we next to a tree? Is this the only tree that has no vines?
Well, there's still vines and stuff. It's a tree like nearby. There's still violets everywhere. It's a matter. You guys would have had it with your provisions. You would have had firewood or something like that.
Yeah,
I make mention of my divine insight too as to what happens touching the violets.
I keep that in mind. That's kind of fucked up.
That's quite awful there.
So
Yeah,
when I
it's-
make camp, I'll try to clear out as many of the flowers as I can to make like a sizable place for us to sleep. And yeah, if
I think
they
we
want
should
to
sleep
allow it,
on
I'll
the
make a
road.
roll.
I'm sleeping on the road.
I assume you guys were on the road, just making camp on the road, though.
Oh, is the road big enough?
Yeah, it's wide enough. I can see why not.
All right, well then we'll just do it on the road. And I'll actually, I don't know if it'll actually happen somehow, but I'll take
I can't turn out
some salt and just sprinkle it around.
Okay, where did you get salt from?
My adventuring pack.
Okay, so you pull out a what, like a table? Like, I can't really
Not
imagine.
like a tiny
I got
thing.
I mean,
I got you.
have a bag,
I got you.
but
I got you for this.
Yeah, I'll have
I
a bag.
pull out
like
of
a
my-
little.
Of my bag, a block of salt brick that you use to attract deer. And I chisel it down, and I sprinkle it on myself and go to bed.
sprinkle on yourself, huh?
Mhm.
Okay, so you sprinkle it, and then I don't know how you can't really do your
It's
arms
decent.
since.
It's on my blankie.
That's your blankie. Okay. Give me a wisdom roll.
Jesus, Smoko.
Okay. You
Great
did
idea.
you did a great job. All right.
I am awesome.
So what are the other two of you doing to prepare for this?
I
night?
wanted to sprinkle a small amount of salt around the outer perimeter because the
You
townspeople
would
said
need to
that.
probably expend all of your adventuring gear to
We have
get enough.
so we created a fire.
Well then, fuck it. I don't use my adventuring gear on that. If I need to
I
use
mean,
5.
if you're looking at a bag this big, to go around an entire campsite covering
I was just
3
gonna
of
do
you,
a small amount.
But okay, but necessarily you need to salt the ground. You don't need to sprinkle the ground. There's a big difference. It's like think
Whatever.
salting with like for snowplows. But in like a 6-inch like radius, not a entire street.
Okay, well then, no, never mind. Fuck that idea. I still make camp. Bam.
So you make.
Oh
camp.
shit, I did.
It's a 2d6 plus
Man.
9.
I
Should
like.
we just continue on our trip?
We've been
No,
going
yeah,
for a long
This
time.
is
We
the
need
day.
to
This is when I choose that you guys make camp. So you making camp. I mean, technically you guys make camp every night, but this is the one we're actually going to see if anything happens and whatnot. That's kind of how it works.
Okay, well, let's get this show on the road. So, we got family coming over shortly.
I need to pull up the info on this, which I don't have there, so I need to look in Perilous Wilds. Give me a second here. So, when you make camp, Chalk Woods, follower tags, stay sharp. Make camp. When you when you settle into rest, choose one member of the party, blah, blah, blah. On a 7 and a 9, the GM chooses from one of the lists below.
Are we rolling
Okay.
stuff, by the way?
Tim, I need you to give me a wisdom roll
Good, I have a
to
minus
stay
1.
sharp.
I have a
It's only him.
0 in my wisdom. Oh my God, we're
Well, I
so
mean, I have a
close.
minus 1 because I'm confused. My wisdom is a 0.
A 6.
See, that would have been a 7, but, fuck me.
All right. So, you guys, the night passes uneventfully,
Okay.
as far as you know. So, you wake up in the morning, Seoras. You take your blanket off. Salt everywhere on the ground, on the
Are there-
trail.
Are there any flowers nearby?
Give me a wisdom roll.
Do I have eyes?
I mean, they're everywhere around you guys, but are you asking if they're like right next to you?
Yeah, have they moved?
Give me a wisdom roll.
Seems like something I would have paid more
You're
attention
also
to.
confused based off your ability. So you're not entirely sure if they were there or not before. You don't think anything really moved.
Can I have a? Can I make the same roll? If anything looks different.
Sure. You notice some movement on in the dirt, like trails from maybe vines that were trying to come in around your own blanket, but where your salt was at, you notice that's where they stopped and they kind of curved completely around your body, but never actually looked like anything actually entered. That's what you see.
I think y'all should take a look at yourselves. I think you might have been infected over the night. Just look at this. This is covered around me. You guys didn't cover yourselves in salt.
Okay.
Check your body. I'm not doing it for you. Andy, go check
How
to
are
see
we
if
supposed to
they've been
check our
hurt.
bodies if there's no marks?
Mm.
Oh no.
There's no marks on me when I fell on the violets.
Exactly. That was his argument. So.
Yeah, but when the Naga was slithering through, you said
There's
a
blood.
trail of blood.
There was. So, do you guys continue on?
I guess there's nothing else we could do.
Was Andy? How did Andy spend the night?
And he spent the night.
In a tree, upside down.
Did Andy have salt around his blanket, Aaron?
When you turn and look, you notice that Andy does have salt around his blanket.
I turned to Seoras and I say, "Yep, we're fucked."
So,
You
I
guys
say
did-
we should head back.
No,
You are
it's closer to the inn than it
Yeah,
is
closer
to
to
go
the
back.
Mhm.
Does the inn have potions?
Probably. Why wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know. Our life depends on it, doesn't it?
We'll find out.
Bartok's family could probably only afford 1 to 2 potions at the most.
Okay, that's out of character.
Oh, what
No,
about
I'm telling you
your
right now.
Daddy
I
Bartok?
was
That's-
Bartok.
but
I
hey,
knew the family.
That's metagaming. I'm just saying.
How is it metagaming? They were poor. It was the story that they were poor.
Right.
Yes.
But you're letting the
We
players
don't
Your
know that.
character doesn't know.
But the players are now aware of that, so it's going to affect how they're going to choose to do or what they're going to
Yeah.
We're
do.
still not going
I
back.
can't retrograde. I would go forward with what Seoras had said then.
Whether or not they're
I
poor.
will go through. All right, we're going in that direction.
Okay.
Keep on going, buddy.
I
So
say
we
that
arrive
we
at the
should go twice the pace that we did before.
we have to make another navigator, quartermaster, and scout roll.
Jesus Christ.
All right, which one's the int one?
Navigator.
I will navigate this time.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, never mind. I thought for whatever reason.
I don't know what I'm rolling. I'm rolling wisdom.
Wisdom. We'll assume Mike is the quartermaster.
Oh, definitely.
Tim, you are the scout. Okay, so that wasn't that bad, guys.
Except for the quartermaster.
So you guys consume so many rations. You are especially you, Waylon and Fergus. You guys are insatiably hungry.
I'm eating salt as well.
Okay, you're also eating
You're salting all your food.
I am
Heavily.
taking an incredulous amount of salt.
Oh, that's a very ominous sign. You're all gonna die. I like these characters.
Okay. Cool. So navigation, I have chosen one from the 7 to 9 list because I get to choose one, and then we have our scout. Our scout gets to where's the scout roll here? Scout ahead. On a 7 to 9, you get to choose one from the list below. You get to drop on whatever lies ahead. You discern a beneficial aspect of the terrain, shortcut, shelter, or tactical advantage. Describe it. You make a discovery. You notice a sign of a nearby danger. Ask the GM what it is and what might.
Shortcut to the inn.
Okay.
Go in a straight line.
So
Shortcut to a potion.
you believe you've noticed another trail that's like an animal trail that for some reason the vines aren't really taking. It almost gives you a beeline in the direction you believe towards Bartok's Inn versus having to curve around and spend another day going towards
Game over,
our spot. Yeah, well, no, that's where you guys are at the moment. This is like you guys are gonna go.
So instead of having to do this curve over here on the right, we could just like go
you're
through.
gonna go straight. You're gonna go literally just straight up. So it's gonna cut like a day off. So instead of
I thought we were gonna like go boop.
Since this is a
What's
possible
going?
dangerous situation that my character is in, am I able to use a flash of divine insight to find out how long
Valor?
we have?
you are
Are you
at
sure?
this very moment, you are in no danger. So no, you cannot use it.
Okay, so I'm
Just
not
wait for your
infected
bouts
with the
with-
disease.
Not that you know
Just
of.
wait.
Do I have to
You are
wait
not aware of.
for it, or do I keep going?
Well, I mean,
Like, how does the scout work? Do I keep scouting ahead, quote unquote, or do I wait for the party to take
typically a
the
scout would be like you scout ahead, you come back, you report. You scout ahead, you come back, report. Or you would lead. You would tell him like where it's at, and he would navigate the other those two towards it. So you guys take this animal trail.
I would.
Sure, why not?
Right.
I survived no matter what. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Sure you do. So we continue on. Every day that we go, Waylon and Fergus, you guys feel weaker and weaker. I'm gonna need
We're
you
just
to
gonna
give
die at
me
the end.
a Constitution roll, both of you. 5. Okay.
Oh.
Yay! Just barely.
I think that mine should be a 7 because I get a plus on stuff for my valor. Not
You get a
valor,
plus
see.
2.
If you
No,
follow
plus
your
1 for code, right?
Well, it'd still be a
that's
6.
code of honor. If you get a +1 for following your code, then you get a +1.
So
But only one.
It's not gonna be enough. So,
Oh,
Fergus, as you're going, you start to notice these vines are starting to grow like by your shoulder, like within your clothing, so no one else can see, but you can feel them wiggling around and moving. As
am I able to cut into my shoulder and pull them out?
hold on?
One thing first.
So, as this happens, you start to feel like the weakness taking you, and you lose 5 HP from your max HP permanently.
5 from my max. Sure.
Waylon, same thing. You notice these
I
vines.
can't change my max HP though, Aaron. I can only lower it.
You can click on the HP and change your base down by 5.
Oh.
So, Waylon, you start to feel these vines grow in your stomach area. You can feel them within your skin as they wiggle upwards towards your heart.
I had a
Sapping
7.
your
Why is...
strength and only weakening you with the debility of strength.
I was about to say, like, you're about to kill me when I got a 7, he got a 5 guy.
Yeah, you only take a debility, whereas he loses max HP. Okay. So, we continue to travel.
I would like to cut into my shoulder
Right,
and
so-
try and reach the vine.
You guys
and
watch as
pull out
he
farther.
pulls his clothing off middle
What
of
are
the
you
trail
doing?
and takes his, like, you don't have a dagger, you have, like, your spear. So you, like, got the tip of it. It's really weirdly balanced trying to do this. As you do that, you cut open, you take a point of damage,
Sure.
and you then
Makes sense.
reach
Makes sense. Makes sense.
into, because you're cutting deep, and you reach in and you grab and start to pull out this vine. It's a greenish vine. You notice these little buds on them that are kind of have a red tint to it.
What the hell? What is going on here?
And he's like walking quickly, like backwards.
You're
away.
scaring the child.
I should.
Go ahead. You start to pull. I'm gonna need you to give me. I don't really want dexterity. I guess it's precision.
Dexterity?
I guess it's precision. How can you argue that any other way you're gonna be pulling? Are you gonna be like quickly just ripping this stuff out and trying to? Or are you going to try to...
Do you need to have a health potion? Would that help him out here at all, Mr. Dagda?
Mr. Dagda?
I am asking the GM in such a way.
At this point, with how much it's taken hold,
Would you need to...
it's not going to take effect because the last time he did it before the effect started to take place, and you were to cleanse it. These things already started to take in growth in.
Is there any is there any way we can save him?
Not that
Is there
you know
any-
of at this very moment.
Is there any way I can acquire knowledge?
My character wants to
No,
use
you don't
Divine
know about
Insight since he is in a dangerous situation now, and he wants Divine Insight to see what becomes of him if the vines do take full hold.
You die.
But how does he... He wants to see what happens. Does a plant sprout forth? Does it attack things?
Eventually, it will encapsulate your body to the point where you're unable to move, and then around you, the vines would take you.
Would it be hazardous to the party members?
Yeah. I mean, if you die in your sleep and you can't move, potentially, because they'd be in the same area. But depends on how well they keep themselves safe. So,
I want to know what happens.
so
when
the
he
moment
rips
you
this
have
out.
this little vine, it's in your shoulder. You still have it cut open. It's in your hand. What do you do?
Is this the only vine that I sense in my body?
This is the only vine you notice in your body.
All right. Yeah, I do pull it out.
Okay. How are you pulling it out, though?
Strength, probably. But I'm not looking to tear it. I'm looking to pull it. So if it feels like it's starting to break free, like like if you pull on a root, sometimes the smaller
Right.
roots start to break when you pull it.
Yeah.
I have something I'd like to do instead of him. So,
Okay,
Theodore gets,
he's
I have
pulling,
I have
and
Theodore
he
gets
starts talking
stop.
to you.
Theodore gets stop. I walk up, cut the vine. I take something out of my adventuring gear, like a pocket knife, whatever. Cut the vine, and apply salt directly into the vine.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you cut the vine,
To prevent that end from continuously growing. At least that side. Just like
all right. So you grab the vine and you cut.
just.
All right.
I would be wearing gloves, by the way. Fucker.
So close.
I'm stating that as a fact. I will be wearing gloves at this
Alright.
time. Thank you.
So you grab it with your glove, you cut it. This white ooze, like you would see from like a plant, like when it this kind of like a whitish silky sap, gets cut from it like you normally with like a very healthy vine. You do see a slight tinge of red within it also, assuming probably from Fergus's blood. As you then apply salt on both sides, it doesn't like cry or anything. It just you apply it on both sides.
Yeah, I just kind of like. Dunk. I throw the one vine in behind me. It's like.
Well, you cut it in half, so there's two sides because it's grown on one side and the other side.
Oh, so I'm splitting it
That's
in the
kind of
center.
how. Yeah, as he grabbed it, it's like an arc.
Yeah, it's like. Apply the salt.
All right, so you apply salt.
I don't know if it helps, but we're gonna find out.
Fergus, is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I want to see if that helped using my divine insight again.
You're gonna spend your last. This is gonna be your last hold you have to spend for this type of danger, just so you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You say that. You say that.
So you do it, and you still have you have another flash once again of
You dying a horrible death.
pretty much because the salt only is going. It prevents the growth from that side, but there's a side where it starts to grow down your arm and down through your clavicle and up around like the sides of your face. And
All right, can I use a flash
But
divine
is it
insight
only in my
for-
arm?
that you see at the moment? This is the
Can
divine
I
insight
gain
you're
flash
getting.
divine insight? Of myself?
You are not in a dangerous situation, so no.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Okay.
All
We need to get to the inn. Double time, because like this is.
Are you guys not going to rest? It's still like a 3-day.
I say
hike.
that we have to rest.
Waylon kind of takes off some of his armor and shows the fact that it kind of looks like his intestines are moving.
No. All right. Forget resting. We just gotta go. Sorry, lads. You're gonna have to tough this out. We have to make it there.
I'm in a dangerous situation, Amell. Can I have some divine insight on what would happen if I cut my stomach open?
It's the
Try to
same
get this shit
idea.
out.
You're not cutting like into like completely into your guts. You'd cut open, and there would be a vine there. That would be your divine insight of what happens. You're not gonna bleed out and kill yourself by gutting
All right.
yourself.
I'll do
I
that.
like these characters, man.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna ask someone to hold me down to like keep me in place, and someone else to pull the vines out.
I'm not doing that for you, lad. This is.
Do
Too
it,
much.
or I'll die.
You're going to die regardless.
Wow, you're so helpful, Seoras.
Andy steps up and
I'm
goes.
sorry, but that's true. Like,
Andy steps up and goes, "I'll do it." He goes, "But Fergus, you need to hold him down."
Andy, I think you should distance yourself from this situation.
He won't
And
do
you
it.
should-
No, he won't do it. I will take
I
my
think
gloves.
that you
I have the
should stay
smallest
close to
hands.
Seoras and don't touch these plants.
He looks at you, Waylon,
I-
with like
I'll-
sad
I'll-
eyes,
I'll-
like
I'll
not
hold it
wanting
down.
to listen to Fergus. So
If the
Thanks,
boy wants
Waylon.
to help, let him help. He has gloves.
Andy, it's every man's duty to let go of a situation.
but there's still a chance.
Andy, there's not.
There is. We haven't even tried it yet.
I assure you, there is not. I've consulted my gods, and I feel that there's no doing away with this. The best thing we
You
can
have
do is
no clue what
head to
happens.
Bartok's.
Just saying,
cabin.
like out of character, you have no clue what happens when this gets pulled out. You never found out what happens.
No, my character
It's fine.
did 2 divine insights. One
two
when
different things
he was
that's
pulling
not-
it out,
No, no,
and
no.
one when he had salt put on it. As far as my character is concerned, he is absolutely positive that he is doomed.
Amell never gave you a divine insight for if you pulled it out. Whenever
I
you were
didn't.
saying you were gonna, yeah, he didn't. So you have no clue if it'll kill me or not, or what will happen.
well, we're
You
about
can
to find
find
out.
So
my character has his thought process on it, and I have
That's
to
fine.
stick
All right,
with that.
right. We
What is
gotta figure out what we're doing
Okay,
here because
so-
I got a short time period.
Fergus, are you going to help pull this vine out, or is it Andy?
I will pull out the vine for him if that is what he chooses, especially since I'm one who's already infected.
All right, so I'm going to need Fergus. How are you pulling out the vine?
I am asking him directly how he wants me to go about it. And I explain that I can do it gently, I can use full force. He has to tell me how to do it because this is his choice. I feel he's doomed. If he feels he's not, I'm not one to stand in his way. Every man can die his own way or fight death in their own way.
If my insides get torn up, I'll deal with it. Just get it out.
So I'm assuming that's strength.
That's going to be strength. I'm going to need Seoras to make a strength roll and to hold him down. and that will determine whether or not we need to have Waylon do one.
I have adventuring gear, so I can actually rope him up if he is okay with it.
To tie you down.
No.
So you don't move.
Yeah. All right. I'll be fine with it.
Okay,
you
so I
guys-
use one of my 5 uses.
You tie him down. make it easy.
Already, like trying not to yell out in pain. As soon as he starts grabbing that thing,
And
pull
then
it,
I do take one part of the rope and give him a piece of rope to bite
So-
down on.
This isn't.
that'll work.
This isn't so much a. Give me your strength roll, by the way, Fergus. This isn't so much
Yes.
a delicate procedure where you're just going to reach in and like it's right on like the edge of like the first like skin layer. He reaches in and his hand goes about to his knuckles while searching for it. And you're in just extreme pain, Waylon. You're crying.
Fighting down
The blood is starting to like seep out and around as he finally grabs hold of this vine and just and pulls it out. So
Is it like wiggling or what
it
is
is
it
not
doing?
wiggling. It's just a standard vine. Blood goes spraying everywhere. It does.
Is it still into his? Is it still attached to his body, or the whole thing go with it?
He rips it out, and from what you can tell, on a quick cursory glance while it's in his hand, you think it's maybe all out. You could maybe determine at a closer look whether it is or not. As Waylon,
Screaming
Me?
in pain.
You want me
give
to? You want me to take
a
a closer
con
look, or
roll to see
what?
if you pass out or not.
Oh, I thought I was gonna take advantage. I was ready for it.
You take a D1 of damage for cutting yourself.
No, I was talking about them ripping that out. I assumed I was gonna take more
I
than.
want to see if you can pass out. Let's find out.
All right, let me mark down the damage real quick. Boop. And a con roll. My con is a +1. 2d6 plus.
Is it the damage Mike did to you when he pulled it out?
She.
So as
Passed out.
he rips it out, Waylon goes unconscious. And you take 11 damage from his D10 plus 4.
God.
Not really though.
Marks it
How
down.
did you get +4? Shit.
Okay.
Because
So-
it's in your body.
All right. All right. Peter Steele wants us to do the same for you. Just rip it out. It's worth a shot.
No, I think Fergus feels that his is different. His went
You know the
very
salt
wrong,
thing of,
and
like,
it is
wrapping my
in
as he's
multiple
speaking, I'm
areas.
wrapping it around my hand.
So you
around
watch
the
him
thing.
put his arm. Starts to put his hand on his shoulder and starts to like. You start to feel a tug on your shoulder as you're speaking to him. What do you do?
I'll
Mike?
tell him that I already know that it's spread further than just my shoulder. I think that mine went much worse than his.
As he's having this conversation with me, I'm like ripping it
So,
out as hard as I can.
The problem with this is that you cut the arc where it was at, so all you have is like this sliver.
I wrapped it around my hand.
It's not a huge
my
vine.
glove.
You literally have this much of the vine to like grab onto
Yeah,
on
well, I
two different sides.
pull as hard as I can.
Go
As,
ahead.
as he's doing this,
Give
I'm
me a
saying it's
strength roll
okay,
at a -1.
Seoras. It's out of your
I
hand.
did.
At a -1, so you got an 8. Okay.
That is a -1.
So as you're saying it's out of your hands, he pulls and half of it comes out. You see it snapped at the end of it, Seoras.
It's not
blatantly,
your fault.
still- is there
obviously
still-
snapped.
There's more than one here, Seoras. It's
There's
not
still the
just
vine
this
sticking
one.
out the other side in the clavicle. Like
Yeah.
right
Right.
here from where you cut it open.
I go to the other side and like, oh, I'm
I say
really
Wayland
sorry.
only had one.
feel-
I have
I feel
riddled.
your pain. It's like,
Oh shit.
From all the blood, your hand just slips. And you can't get purchase on the vine as you try to rip out the... Because it's just the arc, so it's like one here, one here. This one got ripped out, mostly. And this one got ripped out, not at all, because you're like, slip.
Fergus, it's up to you to do the rest.
So
I done what
I
should
put
do.
my hands on both shoulders and I put my forehead to his. And I say it's okay. Let's just sleep through the night and get to Bartuk's.
Bleeding out slowly, tied up to the ground.
Well, you're unconscious, so
It's
Still
Still
It's
bleeding
like-
out. My heart's still
You're not bleeding
going.
out. It's not that bad.
I would
Yeah,
like
you're
to
bleeding.
make
You're
one
bleeding.
more attempt. Can I make another attempt
Andy
in the middle of the night
bandages
just to rip it out in the middle of the night?
If you want to try to stay up in the middle of the night, sure. So
No, during
no,
my
do it
watch
during
when he's
his
sleeping, I
watch.
was like,
I'm not preventing you from doing anything. You can attempt it right
Alright.
now if you want.
when he goes to sleep, I'm gonna rip it
when
out.
you're not
so-
when you're not expecting it, Waylon's
Didn't you-
asleep. Andy,
Wait, didn't
When
you
he's
say
more
that there
relaxed,
was-
it's easy to come out.
Okay, mind you, I'm unconscious, so I can't tell the party
Whatever,
this.
we don't-
Didn't you say it was snapped at the end?
for
Doesn't that mean there's still some in him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was obviously snapped.
Oh my god. Well,
So, it is now. Andy patches you up, Waylon. He takes his time to patch you up since no one else is trying to keep your ass alive while they're trying to save Fergus at the same time.
yeah.
Okay. So Andy's doing what he can do to help out. He unties you,
Why we have an
obviously.
NPC.
He pours salt around you. Pulls
I'm
his
his
own
best
wrenching deal.
friend.
He's just trying to protect, the people that are going to keep his ass alive. So, and plus he's a squire. It's his duty. So everybody goes
Wipe
down to
my
rest.
butt,
What do you,
squire.
Fergus and Seoras, do you guys salt around yourselves, on top of yourselves? What do you do?
Of course I'm going to do that. All the above.
All right.
Do a wisdom roll.
Give me a wisdom roll again. You think it's good?
I thought I did a good
make
job last time too.
I do make sure that everyone is salted properly.
Can Fergus extra
Fergus.
salt Seoras?
You know what? Give me a wisdom roll, Fergus, for looking at everybody else's.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
You think they all look pretty good.
The number of the beast.
Yeah, but can like a half circle and a half circle possibly make a hole where like maybe I've caught maybe one or two things that maybe were off?
No, it looks really, really good, man.
You know what? This thing that looks really good here. You don't need that much. You take a little bit away.
Can I roll for Andy to make a wisdom roll?
Nope.
Please.
And he
Damn
is
it.
not.
I'm unconscious.
I ask Andy, can you please take a look at this? I'm a little bit out of it.
No. Fucking Amell said you think it looks great. You don't think you're out of
I
it.
may
Amell
think it looks great, but I'm very well aware that I have both an intellect and a
Amell
wisdom.
wants to say that he lets it
Nah.
go. Shh.
And he's not. I mean, in general, you think it looks fine. You wouldn't think any otherwise whatsoever. And Andy's
But
already...
I feel groggy and out of it too, right?
Well, true, but at the same time, it's because of that confusion, your character thinks it looks fine. You think it looks like it. You're perfectly safe. Everybody is perfectly safe. Is what it looks like for you. So Andy salts around himself. Seoras has this nice one. He falls asleep, hand outside the circle.
No, I do not.
You fall asleep and like your hand just moves.
No, my hand's like always on my stomach when I sleep.
That's fascinating because right now it's off to the side.
You're Jim's.
You rolled a 6.
I rolled a 6 last time and nothing happened.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
You
Oh,
rolled a 7, I believe.
No, he definitely rolled a 6.
I'm pretty sure it was a
6
7.
on wisdom, 9 on charisma on the next roll.
Yeah, he failed.
Can't go back and retcon. No retconning this session, remember?
That's no worries, Moko. I got you covered. So,
Okay, good.
we're going to have... Who do we want to have make camp? It's not going to be Tim. He's already done one.
I'm unconscious.
Let's go ahead and let...
The guy who thinks
Let's let the
everything
guy who
else-
thinks he's going to die. Let's go with Fergus. Go ahead and give me a 2d6 plus nothing.
2d6 plus 22.
If you roll another 6, this game is rigged because that's 4 6s in a row.
10.
Damn! Finally,
So,
something
on
good.
a...
There's a 6 there, Tim.
Technically, there's a 6.
So, on a make camp. On a 10 plus, the night passes without incident.
Amell's so disappointed. He wanted something to happen.
It works out really well. So, the night, nothing additionally happens through the night. Fergus, when you wake up in the night, it is spread. There's now a vine down in your leg. Your arm has vines covering almost through the whole thing. Now you just see them pulsing. You're feeling very weak as you look off into the sunset with none of your friends around you.
Yep.
So remember what I said I was going to do in the middle of the night? I tried to do it and failed miserably.
You weren't able to wake yourself back up, and you forgot, but that's cool. So, but you guys, as Seoras and Waylon and Andy, you all wake up. You look around, and Fergus is nowhere to be found.
Nowhere?
Nowhere to be found. Did
Did he walk off? Did he message
yeah,
you
just
and
go.
decided that he walked off?
So you guys, as you look around, like where he was sleeping, you see a note on the ground. Fergus, what does the note say? Also, you do see all of his like adventuring gear, and if he had any potions and stuff, it's all there too.
It says, "My friends, I was doomed as it was growing inside me. My demise would bring about danger to yourselves. I wait for you at the end of your journeys. 'Twas no one's fault but my own. May your path be light as you carry my dreams forward. Farewell, my friends."
Wow, that was
Tear.
very eloquently written. By the way, what does the skull do?
The skull, if
Have you ever played Dark Souls?
you would throw
No.
it and it would attract foes to that location. So like if you were fighting, it would be kind of almost
Oh.
like it could work like a distraction.
So
Like,
it's like a bile grenade.
Yeah, except you could use it in the violets.
Yeah, you throw it at a wall and then they'll start attacking the wall.
Waylon, you wake up in the morning,
Yes.
And
Am I
you-
dead?
are not dead.
Do I
but
feel it
be-
inside me?
You do, because it was
Fuck.
ripped out and no one investigated the vine. They didn't notice the small breaks from the
You
little
s-
bit of roots. It was
Shit.
ripped out. Wasn't like slowly removed. It was ripped out, and no one decided to check it.
No!
So you notice
All right,
new
well,
vines
no one does
growing
any investigating
down
this
your
game.
leg, and another one raising up closer towards your heart.
All right, let's head to Vatotoxin, or whatever the inn's called.
Okay.
The
So-
wayward
Amell's
goat.
way of killing off our
It
characters.
is a 3-day journey. For the most part.
right now, Tim? Right now.
So you guys spend
3 days.
3 days.
I
going,
guess I'll help him keep
salting
carrying it out.
yourselves,
day
trying
after
to
day.
do your best to minimize the amount you're getting. Waylon, you're getting weaker and weaker as you go. I need you to give me 3 different Constitution rolls.
Wait,
Can I
you've
also,
never been
during
so
the night-
salty in your life.
Pretty much. Aaron, can I go ahead and just keep trying to rip out the things
Sure.
day after day after day?
I fucking nailed
you want me to
double
roll
6
3?
there.
Waylon,
You want me to roll 3 each time?
no, this is yeah, you can do that. It's fine. I mean, here's the thing: if you're ripping them out, you have a very high chance, even at a 10, based off what you rolled last time, to have pieces break off and still regrow.
Yeah, and he said you could look at it to check, and no one checks.
Tim,
There's
you're
no
able
one
to
in this
use your
party
All right, well, I'm
valor.
rolling 3. Don't do anything
No
the
one
first day.
investigates.
Tim,
do
you're
something
able
on
to
the
use
second
your
day.
valor.
And what? Find out that I'm gonna die?
8.
Third day. So I get
Divine
some.
sight.
So I slow the progress.
So, as the first day goes by, when the next morning you wake up and you're really shaky, you're getting weaker. You take the dexterity debility.
Okay.
As you're starting to go more pale, it looks like literally the blood is leaving your body. It's almost look almost like a vampire.
Okay.
As the next day goes by, and you kind of with Seoras is like ripping through on the second day, he got rid of a lot of it, and you don't feel any worse, but you don't feel any
You don't
better.
feel better.
But you're not getting any worse on that situation at that point in time.
Okay.
On the third day, Seoras, you look and the salt wasn't. You guys are running low on salt, and it wasn't able to properly, completely cover around Waylon. And you notice when you wake up, Waylon, there are 2 vines wrapped around your legs.
I cut them off.
Cut off his legs.
Well, the vines.
Okay, so you
Are
cut.
they from an outside source, or are they from?
They are. Yeah. You look at from the side of the road. You watch. You see 2 vines.
cut those
that are
vines.
now
Just cut them off.
wrapped
Just-
around us. Okay. Waylon, you do take. You have 5 less max HP now.
That's brutal, man. That's brutal.
As these vines are still wrapped around your leg at the moment, but they have been cut from their source. You guys try to remove them. What do you do?
I'm going to suggest he removes them.
I
if he
get
can.
up and start walking towards the inn, like trying to power through it. Just needing to get there.
We got to finish this up real quick.
We
'cause
have
everybody's.
one more day. That's fine. We're going to finish it up. We're not even going to go through the forest. This will be kind of the ending of this backstory. Coming up here in
Okay,
a
so we
second.
arrive there
So
because I've got like
I need
3 minutes.
I need a con roll from Waylon. Okay. So Waylon, as you start to walk towards the inn, you lose feeling in your legs.
And you die.
collapse to the ground. The vines themselves have indented themselves into your legs, and you just see blood cover, like pulling over them down your legs.
You're
as you
riddled with
walk.
vines.
The one vine that was crawling up your chest has reached your heart and has slowly started to grasp around it as your heartbeat starts to slow. You're
You start to hear Farragut's his voice going,
I gotta.
Don't
have a
bring
second,
this to your
Seoras, before
friends.
you go, Moko. You have Andy look at you, Seoras, and go, "Should we carry him?"
Sure.
He
With the
go-
vines?
He goes, "Is it safe?"
We're close. You'll be fine.
I'm not carrying him. I can't.
Fine.
As he
I'll drag
asks-
him.
So
I
you
grab
start-
him by his foot and just drag him along because that's all I can do.
Okay, I was curious. So you start to drag him along. As you reach the inn, there is a person outside that looks at you, and just they pull an arrow on you and go, "Stop." Are you infected?
This gentleman is. I am not.
He goes,
Let go of his leg.
He stays there.
All right.
You two may come in.
there
Remove
a
your
cure to this infection?
remove your clothing.
Is this a woman or a man?
This is a man. He goes, remove your clothing. If you have walked through those fields, you're covered in their pollen. Get it off.
Roll my eyes and then start getting naked in front of him.
So you both strip down, including Andy, down to like your underwear, because the underwear wouldn't have been hit by it.
Andy doesn't wear underwear.
Andy goes command. As he goes, come in. We'll get you some new clothes. As
All right.
he goes,
Hey, by the
leave.
way, is there a Shelly here? Sherry, whatever.
Yes.
That was brutal. He didn't even say
Who is
goodbye
her?
to Tim.
Who is her, by the way? I will say
As you
goodbye to
turn
him
back
later.
to face Waylon, you realize his body is unmoving, as the vine squeezed his heart, stopping it from beating.
You didn't even choose to say goodbye. You were too busy worrying
Well, he
about
turns
yourself,
and
because that's Seoras.
That is
No.
true.
Hey, you know what? This is how I cope with loss for the rest of the campaign. It's just, all right, I can't let it affect me because you idiots died.
Okay, and that's where we're going to end the session.
So, good
As
session,
you walk
everyone.
into Bartok's Inn.
I have family. I gotta go
See you
do
later,
stuff,
Nico.
so I will catch you all later.
Peace.
Right.
All right,
Adios.
those of you, I'm not going to do an end of session because there's absolutely no point in doing it.
Yep.
Wait,
I
I,
hope-
get experience.
Well, yeah, I know, but these characters are done.
I hope you guys that watched enjoyed it. I thought the second half was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I thought it was better than the first, to be honest.
It was good. So we'll be back. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. I didn't do it last week because I slept until like 11 o'clock. But I will try to stream tomorrow around 9 o'clock if I can wake up. And probably play some WoW or something like that. And then, or maybe some Civ 6. I got that also. So thank you
Wow.
all.
Is that any good?
It's pretty fun. I like the new look to it. I
A
like
lot of
it
people
more.
don't like the Fog of War.
I don't mind the fog war. I think it's kind of cool. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week, if not tomorrow.